Hello, everyone, and welcome to Centennial High School for CTN's coverage of high school baseball. It's the season opener for the Coon Rapids Cardinals as they travel to take on division rival Cougars, or conference rival Cougars. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, sideline for today's action, and a little bit overcast, a little breezy, but a pretty good day for baseball in early April.
Yeah, Cardinals were supposed to get their season started last Thursday, but the field was not in the right condition to play a ball game on. So this is their first contest. Now, Centennial, on the other hand, they've already had a couple of games. They're 2-0 to start the season, a 4-3 win over Blaine, and then last night played St. Louis Park and beat them 5-0. So they've been hitting the ball well for the most part as a team, so they're doing that coming into the first two contests, but Coach Mossy will see what he has to start this season.
Yeah, the Cougars fortunate to start with 3 straight on their home field, this being the third of those games so far. As you mentioned, a couple of wins, one in the conference, one against the Orioles just last night, and a shutout win for them last night, but also have put up 9 runs in their first 2 games, so decent amount of offense, solid pitching and defense to start. And that's going to be the big question for the Cardinals. How do they respond after a rough year last year where they really struggled to score? But they bring back a lot of veterans, including most of their top hitters and almost all of their pitching.
Yeah, both squads very senior dominated, Joe. And when I talked to head coach Bobby Lynch for Centennial, I said, yeah, we're going to rely on a lot of seniors, and we're going to probably be hit the ball. He really felt their offense would be productive this season. And as you mentioned, Cardinals struggled a season ago. I believe they finished 6-15 a year ago, and they're looking to up that win total this year. And Coach Mossy feels he's got a team that can do that. But obviously, first things first, you got to start that first game of the year.
Josh Lee off to a good start. A couple of fastballs, one right down the pipe, taken for a strike. Another swung on and tipped. And this one, a little off-speed pitch that finishes right at the knees. A 3-pitch strikeout. And Jaden Kopp retired to start the year for the Cardinals.
Lee has pitched 3 2/3 innings this year. He's only given up 1 hit. He struck out 4. He's got a .27 ERA to start the season.
Got to bring up the Cardinals' designated hitter, Tommy Dutton. And Lee goes right back to the heat, blows it right past him, and gets himself ahead in the count once more. Has thrown nothing but strikes so far. Took a little something off it, still found the zone, and he's in the driver's seat at 0-2.
Yeah, again, you're looking for that fastball, and as you mentioned, took a little something off that pitch to get the strike.
Goes back to that off-speed pitch. This one a little bit outside. The first one that has not been a strike for Josh Lee. This one skied and out of play. It'll stay 1-2.
Now they too have brought their entire pitching staff back from a year ago. Lost their 1, 2, and 4 hitter. That's a nice
called
pitch right
third
there.
strike back to back punch outs for Lee to start the contest. And the Cardinals hoping that senior Jared Fearing can keep this from being a 1-2-3 top of the first.
It's always in your first game. You get that little bit of nerves coming into the season. Now this one counts. Yeah, he's got some nice movement on his pitches.
And he is working the zone and the count early. Wants to get ahead 0-1 and make it 0-2. He's gotten to 0-2 on all 3 batters in this first inning.
And he's efficient, and he works quickly. He doesn't take a lot of time between pitches.
This one stroked into left center. It will run the gap. Fearing will turn and dig for second. The throw is on its way, but nowhere near in time. 2 out, 2-strike double for Jared Fearing to start his senior season.
Yeah, again, he connected on that pitch, swung through it, and drove it to the gap in left center field, and Fearing with an easy double.
Well, that is the danger with throwing a lot of strikes and really being around that same spot over and over. You get a guy who times you up and gets the pitch right. And just a smooth swing for Jared Fearing into left center. 4-year varsity player, and starts his season with a double, trying to shake Lee up a little bit on the mound, and Lee wants to talk to his catcher, Ben Clausen.
Yeah, Clausen just keeping the communication lines open between he and his pitcher. Kind of how you want to approach that. Not worry about the runner at second. Let's just concentrate on the batter, get out of this inning with 2 away. Not create any damage in terms of runs on the scoreboard.
Third baseman Zach Novak with 2 out and Fearing at second. This one in on his hands down the right field line and will be foul. And it's just a long strike one. Fourth batter of the inning, and you look at it, Jaden Kopp has who led off with a strikeout. Been varsity since sophomore year. Tommy Dutton was pretty much an everyday player last year as well. Jared Fearing, as I mentioned, since his freshman season. Novak was everyday third baseman. Another one in on his hands, and this one may work. He beat it out. Just a dribbler down the line, and it turns into an infield single. Fearing chased back to the bag at first. Everybody safe. Runners at the corners. The 25-foot shot for Zach Novak.
I'll tell you, it just kind of caught him half off his bat, off the handle of his bat, but he got enough on it to push it far enough into the infield, which is going to make it obviously a difficult play. And then he's able to beat the throw down the line to keep this inning alive. And
just kind of put it in no man's land where third baseman Cooper Smith kind of had to stay at the bag because he had a runner on his way there. No chance for Clausen to get there, and it was a long run for Lee right near the line. And Novak beat it at first by a step and a half. Fearing took a huge turn at third, really dared him to throw back over there, which they did. He slid back safely, and fortunate for Centennial, Cooper Smith able to corral the ball and not have it go into foul territory where Fearing may have scrambled home with the game's first win. Sammy Lee is in the batter's box, and he looks at that hard fastball from Josh Lee and falls behind in the count 0-1. Lee trying to recover, had 2 quick outs on back-to-back strikeouts, then a double and an infield single. Runners at the corners, Cardinals threatening here in the top of the first. But once more, we see Lee ahead in the count 0-2.
Well, good spot for Josh Lee here. And again, you just have to go back to those first 2 batters he faced and got him out by strikeout. He's in a bit of a jam, but he can head the count 0-2 and get out of it.
This one gets away from Clausen. Here comes Fearing. He'll score. Novak over to second. Cardinals on the board by way of a wild pitch.
You'll take any run any way you can get it. And again, that just got by the catcher, Clausen. That pitch, that wild pitch in the dirt. The Cardinals open their season with a run here in the top of the first.
And a runner into scoring position. A 1-2 count to Lee is up high. Evens the count.
Up and down inning for Josh Lee here. He started out so well with a couple of strikeouts and then gave up that double. And then
on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah.
Mind you. Lee just got enough of it to keep his bat alive. Protecting the plate. Novak, the runner at second, 2-2 with 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Coon Rapids trying to make it 2-0. That one down and away off the plate. A tough take, but Lee holds strong and gets the full count.
I was just going to say, a tough one to hold off on, especially at this point in the game with 2 away and a 2-2 count at the time.
Lee fires a fastball past him, gets his 3rd strikeout of the inning, but 2 hits for the Cardinals, both coming with 2 out. they cash in on a wild pitch. They have a 1-0 lead after half an inning. You're watching the Coon Rapids season opener on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then two noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at Centennial High School, Coon Rapids a 1-0 lead as we get to the bottom half of the first. Cougars hoping to respond. Jacob Maddock hoping he can get a good start on the hill this season.
Peyton Strite leading off, and he's on a tear for the Cougars, batting .714. He has 5 singles and 7 at-bats in his first 2 games. That was about your average, .714, wasn't it? Close to that?
This one popped back out of play over top of the Cougar dugout. And Maddock had the count 1-2. I don't know that I had a batting average north of 300
14.
After about 3rd grade. Peyton Strite fouling him off, slices a couple over toward the track here at Centennial High School. That one did not miss by much, just low, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, you heard the groan from the Cardinal dugout, thinking that that should have been strike 3.
Fastball hit well toward the gap in left center. Strite will take a big turn. He's going to hustle for second, and he'll be in relatively easily. Didn't need the slide. A leadoff double for Peyton Strite, and he is now, what, 6 of 8? It's 6 of 8 in the season?
His first extra base hit. But I thought that was Young-like, but apparently not. You know, when I talked to Bobby Lynch, I said they had a 4-3 win over Blaine to start the season. I said, what did you like the most from that win? And he said, well, the way we executed our play and how we want to play this season. He thought that they did a really good job. And then, of course, the 5-0 win, as you talked about, over St. Louis Park.
Up and in with a fastball. Coppersmith backs off. Yeah, the whole top of their order, from what I looked at, has started well. This one hit well to center. Coming in is Fearing. Makes the catch. The throw not quite in time. Straight. I don't know that he thought it was going to be as close as it was to a double play from center.
Yeah, Coopersmith was hitting .333 as he steps to the plate. But the next hitter up, Adam Leeser, 600 on the season. Maybe that's closer to what I was thinking. Your average was.
Very small sample size.
Only 2 games, but still a pretty nice start.
Big swing comes up empty for Aiden Leiser, and it's 0-1.
Now the task for Jacob Maddock, see if he can keep this a goose egg on the scoreboard for the Cougars here with 1 away and a runner at second. Nice pitch.
In there, called to strike, 0-2. Coon Rapids not paying a lot of attention to Street on second.
Nice
and a called third strike. That's a huge out.
Huge.
For Jacob Maddock. And, you know, we were impressed by him when we first started seeing him a year and a half ago in summer ball. And he's got a lot of heat. And he's got good control over that. But we've seen already in these first couple of batters mixing in some speeds and moving it around a little bit. This one swung on and hit well to center. Going back is Fearing. He's not going to get there. It will bounce up against the wall. D'Agostino, first pitch RBI double evens the score at 1 apiece.
Yeah, he drilled that one. I mean, he gave it a long ride to deep center field. He had been hitting 400 on the season. Again, you talked about this top part of their order outside of Coopersmith didn't get the base hit, but picking up where they've left off through 2 games.
And that's a good pick-me-up for Centennial pitcher Josh Lee. Another first pitch, this one right at Price Karen at second base, though. A line out to end the inning. Both teams get a run and leave a runner in the first inning. It's 1-1 after 1 on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Back at Centennial High School, early season baseball. Season opener for Coon Rapids, 3rd game of the year for the Cougars. Cougars trying to stay undefeated. They traded runs in the first. A couple of hits for each squad, a runner left. And both pitchers not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Josh Lee especially, 3 strikeouts. A couple of 2-out hits and a wild pitch in the middle of that inning is how the Cardinals got on the board.
Well, they've got some young players on this team that contribute, Price Karen being one of them. He's just a sophomore. You know, Danny Scheller, also not in the lineup today, is also a sophomore.
That one right at the numbers, called 3rd strike, and Karen punched out. 3rd punch out of the afternoon already for Josh Lee, and the 4th out was a swinging strikeout.
Yes, it was. Yeah, he started this contest off very strong from the mound.
Cal Norquist, the left fielder, will stand in his first at bat of the season. First pitch is up and in, and a relatively easy take. Another one missing up high. Good speed on the pitch still from Lee, but missing the zone. This is the first batter of the ball game. He has not started with strike 1. 2-0, and now make it 3-0.
And that pitch didn't miss by much either. That just a little bit to the outside.
Norquist taking all the way, and Lee rears back and fires a fastball right down the pipe. 3-1. That one caught the top of the zone, 3-2. Lee trying to battle back. Fastball misses in, and a walk will put Norquist at first.
Now, nice way for the Cardinals to start here at the top of the second, get their leadoff hitter on base. Oh, I'm sorry, the second hitter of the game on base.
The 1-out walk for Norquist. To be fair, Price Karen's at bat didn't last long.
No, it did
3
not.
pitches.
Kinda like my attention span.
Stahlberger a little behind on the fastball, and that is where Josh Lee wants to be. When he's and again, Norquist is the first batter of the ball game and only batter through the first 8 that he has not started with strike 1, and a lot of times he started with that right there,
right.
Strike 2.
Yep.
And it's a lot easier to operate on the hill when you have an 0-2 advantage.
Yeah, you can throw some pitches that you may not be able to throw if it's 2-2 or 3-2. Ooh.
Misses outside, just trying to tempt him. Stahlberger doesn't bite. 1-2. Very conservative lead for Norquist at first. Haven't seen Lee pay much attention. He's going to take off, though. The throw is there, and he is out for out number 2. Caught stealing on a good throw down from Ben Clausen.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Cardinals, and they eliminate that base runner, but they want to be aggressive. See if they can take a free base, and Clausen was just a bullet down to second base for the throw to throw him out.
Well, and Clausen, it was a good pitch for him to throw on.
Yep.
A little bit outside, allowed him to kind of step into it as he caught it. And again, Norquist didn't have a very big lead at the first to begin with, and that pitch down and away. Stahlberger bites. Clausen applies the tag, and even with the one-out walk, just 3 batters go to the plate for Coon Rapids in the top of the second. Still tied 1-1. Cougars back at the dish after this. Back at Centennial High School, bottom half of the second inning. Maverick Harper, maybe the best name in high school baseball.
It's a good one.
Digging in, and he looks at an off-speed pitch that Maddock drops right into the zone for strike 1. Fastball down and away, evens it up.
Just checking to see if he went. First base official says no, he did not. Working on the scoreboard, trying to get it back going.
It's a great pitch right at the knees. Harper doesn't offer and falls behind in the count, 1-2. Maddock with 1 strikeout in the first, but a leadoff double and then an RBI double. That one I thought got a piece of the bat, did not. Good throw down from Kopp, got it quickly off the backstop. And not the prettiest of strikeouts, but it works.
Hey, as long as it works, you don't care how you get them, you'll take them. They look the same in the stat sheet.
I thought that I heard it tick the bat. He definitely swung at a pitch that was high and wide of the zone. I thought he had gotten a little piece of it. Apparently not. Jaden Kopp, though, quickly to what is a pretty short backstop here at Centennial High School. And gets the throw down to get Harper easily at first. Ben Clausen, the catcher for the Cougars, had the pickoff for out number 2 in the top half of this inning. Looks at a strike.
I hit him.
And then takes it off the shoulder. Gets a bruise to take a base.
I was just about to say he was looking for his first hit of the season. Well, he just got one.
Bases is bases.
Yep. We're going to have a courtesy runner. Cade Mortensen. For you scoring at home, that's Cade with a K.
And now Tyler Escobedo at the plate has just become my favorite high school baseball player of all time.
Your favorite player is hitting .333 on the season.
It's not too bad.
Nope. Yeah, that strike zone shrinks a little bit.
Two and 0. Mortensen at first. This one hit to the left side, backhanded there by Lee. The throw is not in time at first and just deep enough into the hole that he couldn't make a play at second. And the throw over to Myrie at first, not in time.
Yeah, he had to rush that throw because it was so far back in the hole, and as you mentioned, he kind of maybe gave a little bit of a glance, but he realized the only play he had was to kind of rush a throw over the first. Escobedo speedy down that baseline.
First pitch skied, and we'll get out of play down the first baseline. Tyler Gruey, number 9 hitter.
Which hitter?
Number 9.
Number 9. Just wanted to check.
Fastball up. Escobedo dives back safely at first. 2 on with 1 out. Bottom of the second. Cougars trail the Cardinals 2-1. No, it's tie game, 1-1.
It is tie 1-1.
I was being hopeful.
Well, the scoreboard's off, so I'll give it to you.
That one in the dirt, skips to the backstop. Wild pitch will advance both runners. And unfortunately for Coon Rapids, takes the double play out of.
Yeah, and puts 2 runners now in scoring position.
Maddock comes back with a fastball to even things up, 2-2. Great breaking pitch right back into the zone. Caught Grew looking. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Jacob Maddock.
That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Cardinals looking to try and get out unscathed here with a really good hitter at the plate. Guy's been on a tear.
Maddock challenges him on pitch number 1. Gets ahead 0-1. Double and a run scored for Peyton Street first time up. This one down in the dirt, but he could not hold back. Great stop by Jaden Kopp behind the plate.
Yeah, that ball gets by him. It's a run for sure.
0-2.
Right, tough. They can get
I'm not sure
get him at the plate here.
if Jacob Maddock prefers strawberry or grape, but I guarantee this is not his favorite kind of jam right here.
Aha, that was good.
Tried to tempt him with the curveball.
Let's see, throws a seed.
Just outside. And Street not fishing. The 1-2 pitch is way up high. Easy take. Evens the count.
That pitch just got away a little bit from Maddock.
Maddock working with some urgency, down and in. Full count.
Yeah, just looking to get out of this inning.
Well, and here, with a full count and first base open, do you throw anything he can hit, knowing what he did first time up? Full count pitch from Maddock is a fastball in on the hand. Slow roller left side. Fumbled it on the bare hand attempt by Lee. Coming home to score is Mortensen. Cougars have a 2-1 lead.
I was almost thinking, did you put him on and get the force at any base? But
Well, and that's what I was going to say is
why pitch to him at
give
this
him
situation?
anything to hit.
Yeah. And
that was not the kind of damage he expected, but it will work.
The plate's a run.
I don't know if I call that a hit or an error, because honestly, it was going to be a really tough play for Sammy Lee charging from short on a very slow dribbler.
There's no way.
So I think that's probably an infield single for
agree.
Peyton Street and an RBI, and runners at the corners. The inning continues for Caden Cooper-Smith.
Jeff Lindstrom says, yes, you are correct, Joe Yund. You heard it from the head coach.
More of a baseball aficionado than I.
Yes, and I.
Not sure at all what the count is here. As I was trying to sort out the score sheet, I think, what are we at, 2-1?
2-1, I think it's 2-1.
That is definitely in there, and waiting with bated breath to see if the umpire flashes up some numbers. He does not. So it was 3-2, and
yep.
now a walk. Put runners back at the corners.
Coach Mossy going to call
Or
time.
load them up, rather.
He's going to talk to the official. Yep, I guess he's going to go talk to his pitcher. Just gave the official a baseball. What if it was autographed?
Well, it's not the position the Cardinals were looking for.
No.
Aiden Lizer, though, was struck out on 3 pitches in the first inning. He's your number 3 hitter. He's a good hitter.
He's a really good hitter.
I don't know
he
if
can
it's
drive
a
the ball.
good thing or a bad thing, because he may be kind of angry after an 0-3.
He might be.
Striking out on 3 pitches and caught looking to boot. And knowing that this is an opportunity to help his team blow it open early against a conference rival. Looks at a fastball and missed inside, 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Cougars dugout getting chatty with a 2-1 lead. Bases juiced, 2 away. Bottom half of the second inning. They have, again, a 2-0 start to the season. The Cardinals in their opener. Maddock misses inside 3 in a row.
Yeah,
and now
well,
way behind in the count with no place to put him.
And he's probably going to watch this pitch go by, so you've got to throw a good one. And you did not.
An RBI walk for Aiden Lizer. And the bases stay full for Jack D'Agostino, who hammered a double to the gap.
He did.
Drove in the first run, back in the first inning. And he did it on the first pitch. What does Maddox start with? Great breaker that started inside. Had D'Agostino dancing off the plate, and
he thought it was coming.
Fell right back in. Trying to live there, but stays inside this time.
Yeah, it's a rough inning here for Jacob Maddox, just looking to get out of it without any more damage. Bases loaded here, and pretty good hitter at the plate, as you had talked about. I mean, you don't want to give him anything he can drive. He held up.
Down and away, and they'll appeal, but no swing.
No, he held up.
D'Agostino looks at another one, down and away. Not even tempted this time. Nope. 3-1. And again, no place to put him. Already a bases loaded walk. Back-to-back walks here after giving up the first run of the inning. This one swung on and missed. D'Agostino tried to put that one in the cheap seats.
He did. He was
and
going.
Now the count is full, and that'll start the track meet on the base paths.
D'Agostino's going to call time to back out. Make sure he adjusts those gloves. He's got to make sure he's got a good grip on that bat, because he may see a fastball coming here.
It's low, ball 4. Everybody moves 90 feet, and it is a 4-1 lead for Centennial, their 9th batter of the inning upcoming.
Yeah, each team were able to score a run early, but now here the Cougars breaking this game open with a 3-run lead.
Luke Gunderman lined a shot right at Price Kieran to end the first inning on the first pitch he saw. This time he looks at a fastball 0-1. And then an off-speed pitch that he holds off on, and it's quickly 0-2, and Maddock just trying to get out of it.
Absolutely.
Looked several batters ago like he might be able to get out of it unscathed.
I hit him.
And the umpire.
Does he get 2 bases for that?
Second hit batter of the inning for Jacob Maddock.
Another run.
And Maverick Harper, who started this inning with a strikeout on a pitch that was way high and wide that went to the backstop.
Yep.
Is back at the plate with the bases loaded and 2 away. And Maddock really struggling to find the zone to get himself out of this one.
Yeah, that one again low in the zone. Well, Josh Lee's got to feel pretty good coming when his team takes the field again. They have a nice little cushion.
Good pitch there. Harper swings heavy but comes up empty, 2-1. And a great pitch. When he's had that breaking pitch that he starts inside to the right-handers,
it's been working.
When he's been able to,
yep,
to put it where he wants, it's a very effective pitch.
It is. I hit him.
Back-to-back hit batters, third of the inning.
Here comes Coach Mossy out to the mound. I don't know.
That's going to be it for Jacob Maddock.
It's unfortunate. Just lost his rhythm.
We will step away as the Cardinals bring on a reliever. We will be back with more of the second inning after this on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Back at Centennial High School, and Logan Ness taking over on the hill, facing Ben Clausen. Clausen hit by a pitch way back in the beginning of this second inning.
Yeah, that was a rough run for Jacob Maddock. You mentioned he threw 44 pitches
in that second inning alone. 57
yep.
In 1 2/3 innings. Cougars catcher Clausen looks at a strike that evens the count at 2-2. They still have not plugged the scoreboard back in to help me out at all. So I may be off on pitch counts as well as many other things. This one hit hard to center. Back on it, though, is Fearing. He makes the catch and finally ends the inning. But the Cardinals have their work cut out for them now, trailing Centennial 6-1 after just 2 innings on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Can the Cardinal comeback commence here in the third period at Centennial? We shall see. First pitch, pop to the left side. Great effort, but hit in bounds.
Wow.
And a fair play and a good recovery. Adam Leiser made a diving attempt, could not field it, but Josh Lee was right there to support. And a good hustle from Tyler Escobedo to get to the first base bag and retire Mason Myrie on the 1-3 out.
Yeah, because
or 1-4 out.
Well, he wasn't there, then Cardinals would have a base runner right now. But you're right. He did a great job of coming over from second, making sure he covered the bag.
Another first pitch swinging, fielded easily by Escobedo and over to Leiser, making routine plays look routine.
Yeah, 2 quick outs for the Cardinals at the plate.
And I'll tell you, Josh Lee is more than happy to accept 1 pitch outs.
Absolutely.
To get his team back to the plate where they had 5 straight guys, 3 walks and 2 hit by pitch that with 2 out that drove in 4 of those 5 runs in that second inning.
Well, plus he gets back on the mound and he's got a 6-1 cushion here.
Tommy Dutton punched out in the first, falls behind 0-2 here again in the third, and that has been the MO for Josh Lee when he has been on, is get ahead, stay ahead, finish it. This one fouled off and Dutton stays alive. Five strikeouts, first time through the order. Swings at a pitch down in the dirt, gets past Clausen, he recovers. Good stretch at the bag by Leiser. And there's 3 up and 3 down for the Cardinals. The hot-hitting Cougars right back at the dish after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at Centennial High School, the sun trying to poke out from behind the clouds behind us. The wind has been ever present.
It has.
Blowing out to left field. Neither team has really put a lot of balls into the air. A couple of infield singles, a couple of big shots for Centennial in that first inning, the 2 doubles. But in that 5-run second inning, this one on a hop to second. Kieran over to Myrie, and a quick end for Tyler Escobedo.
Use the word quick. Cardinals can certainly use a quick inning here in the field.
I was going to say only 2 hits in that 5-run inning for Centennial.
Right.
One of them was Escobedo's infield single. And now Tyler Gruey. First pitch, grounded to Lee at short, over to Myrie, and there's 2 down. So a couple of ground ball outs, and that's got to feel good for Logan Ness, who came in a pressure situation with the bases loaded, 2 out, just trying to end that streak. He was able to do so, but gave up a long fly ball to do it.
He did.
And now back to the top of the order with the bases empty and 2 away. Good fastball on the inside edge to even the count to Peyton Strite.
Yeah, again, just a nice fastball to Strite. We talked about what he's been doing at the plate. You want to keep that ball low. Don't give him anything that he can drive, certainly, but.
When he's worked the count both times, he's 2 for 2 with an RBI, a double, couple of runs scored. This one
That's yours.
Back and will get out of play. Made sure he escorted it all the way to the boundary.
Yep.
2-2. Up high and a full count. Street trying to keep the inning alive for his team. Full count. Rolled to Lee. It attempted the backhand. It skips away from him. And Street stays alive in the inning. I think that one has to be an error.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Sammy Lee.
Sammy Lee has been hard pressed into a couple of situations where, softly, mediumly hit balls that have been difficult to field, but I think that one not played well. I have to go E6.
Absolutely.
Caden Cooper-Smith walked and scored last time up. Fastball called a strike.
And that's another quick worker on the mound. Doesn't waste a lot of time between pitches.
This one hits softly down the line, but fair. Straight races around second. He's going to turn at third and take a look. Stahlberger able to get it back in quickly enough to keep him from scoring. But an error and then another. Again, not a huge hit, but hit to a perfect spot for Cooper-Smith. And now runners at the corners with 2 away. This is how where they were in the last inning,
Yep.
and then everything unraveled on the hill for Coon Rapids.
It did. I was going to say it was a perfectly hit ball because, as you mentioned, placed well on the field, allowing the runner to get to third.
Aiden Leiser a strikeout and an RBI walk and a run scored in that inning. This one hit to center. Fearing jogs over, makes the catch, and ends the inning with a couple of runners on base. The lead doesn't grow, but it's 6-1 Centennial after 3 innings on CTN. Back at Centennial High School, it's the season opener for the Coon Rapids baseball team, facing conference rival Cougars. Centennial came in already at 2-0 on the season. Scored a 5-0 win just yesterday against St. Louis Park. And now a big 6-1 lead as we start the 4th. Jared Fearing doubled and scored.
And Josh Lee's had a nice outing here. He did, as he mentioned, gave up that double, but he's been pretty solid from the mound.
Yeah, when he first faced Fearing, he had struck out the first 2 batters of the inning and was ahead 0-2 and then hung one, and Jared drove it to the left center gap. This one, Lee got a piece of. He's going to beat it out in the infield, and it's an infield single. He says, I can hurt you so many ways.
Yeah, when I think went off the glove a little bit of Lee as he's trying to field the ball.
Well, I think he actually tried to barehand it. He got a piece of it with his bare hand. I wish we could look at the replay, but
we cannot. Just close your eyes.
But I'm going to call it a single. It was just again, we've seen a lot of those on both sides.
I agree.
Just oddly hit balls in difficult places. Cardinals hoping to get a couple of bounces to go their way now. Zach Novak hits it high and deep to left center, long run, but there for the over-the-head catch is Gruey, and
was a nice catch. Great, good job staying with the baseball and just tracking it. Gave it a ride.
And so Sammy Lee will step in. Runner at first, one away. Strikeout victim to end the first inning. First pitch, hit softly to third. Escobar can't field it at the bag. And the error will mean 2 on and only 1 out.
Well, this is exactly what the Cardinals need now, trailing 6-1, as you talked about, and they need some run production. An area that they struggled in last year, and looking to try and better that part of their game for this season.
Well, and that was, again, just kind of softly hit ball in an odd place early in the season, and wasn't an easy one to field and get over to Escobar, and then Escobar just couldn't field it on the backhand. Tried to scramble to it in time to still get Fearing and was unsuccessful. And now Price Karen with 2 on. 1 out. Lee misses outside. Karen, another one of those strikeout victims, first time through the lineup. 6 total, 5 times on that first time through. Misses high to Karen, and it's 2-0. And this is a position that Josh Lee has not been in much at all.
No, he has not.
He's not only behind the count, but behind the count with a couple of runners on and still just 1 out.
Well, the Cardinals definitely would like to capitalize on that. That hit him.
And it got a piece of him as he ducked back. Bases loaded with only 1 out. And so a big spot here for Kel Norquist. Left fielder drew a walk, but was then caught stealing back in the second inning.
Yeah, and a nice throw from Clausen.
Pretty easy take up over the visor, 1-0. And this is the first time we've seen that we could actually say that Josh Lee is struggling.
Yes.
Misses outside, and it's 2-0.
Again, good patience at the plate. Just make sure you just hold your ground.
And they're going to slow things down and
Bobby
talk
Lynch.
about it after he's missed with 5 straight pitches, including the hit batter, since the error occurred in the field behind him that could have potentially ended the inning with a double play.
Well, the scoreboard's back.
A big lead, though.
Yeah.
It is back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know any of the rest of the words. Welcome back.
All right, Mr. Cotter. Mr. Cotter.
A long, long time.
Yeah.
Since I've seen that one.
Your dreams are your ticket out. I think that's the next slide.
2-0 the count to Norquist. Lee throws it right down the pipe, lets his defense work. They get the out at second. The turn not quite in time. The Cardinals do score as Fearing comes home. But Norquist able to beat out the double play opportunity. And the Cardinals chisel into that lead just a little.
And Bobby Lynch again coming out to talk to one of the officials about a play at second base. He pointed over to the bag. Both officials now are having a conversation, a little convo.
I don't know if he's arguing perhaps that the runner, being Price Karen, obstructed with the relay opportunity for Tyler Escobedo. It was a good, clean play from Street to Escobedo.
Yep.
And he didn't miss by much. Good stretch by Leiser, but good speed down the baseline for Norquist. Reaches on a fielder's choice, but gets the RBI.
Now an opportunity for Matthew Stahlberger with a runner at third and 2 away. First and third, but runner in scoring position.
Up high, evens the count, 1-1. This one fouled just wide of first.
A good thought, trying to poke that one down the first baseline. See if you can touch the green in right field.
Well, if you could get one like Centennial had in the bottom half of the last inning, just it's a little flare over the first baseman's head, but well short of center. Get it to die in the grass, and hope your runner from first can turn on the gas and get all the way home. This one is going to skip away. Norquist will easily advance to second. And Clausen and Lee, another confab. Had a couple here in this inning because it's like their wire's a little bit crossed. And again, early in the season, that goes for all of these weird little fielding things we've seen as well.
It's a little chilly out today, so that can affect it a little bit.
The longer you stand in the field, for sure. 2-2, the count to Stahlberger with 2 away, 2 in scoring position, and Lee is going to step off again. Stahlberger laid on the fastball, strikeout will end the inning. Coon Rapids does get one back, but they leave the bases couple in scoring position. They trail 6-2 midway through the fourth on CTN.
Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off, beautifully
Back at Centennial High School, the Cougars a 6-2 lead as they come to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. A big 5-run second helped them build this lead. They're hoping to stretch into their 4th straight win to start the season.
That'll be their 3rd.
That's what I said.
It starts with a base hit.
D'Agostino finds a hole up the middle. He's on base for the 3rd time this afternoon. Leadoff single. Now 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 RBI.
Centennial trying to get that at least 1 run back that they gave up in the top of the 4th inning.
Gunderman looks at a strike, 0-1. Nessel out a couple of 2-out base runners in his first full inning of work, but able to get out of the jam. This one rolled to second. Easy play from Kieran to Myrie. D'Agostino moves over to second on the play.
Just a good job by just making sure you get that runner in scoring position.
Bring up Maverick Harper. Got an RBI with a hit by pitch with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning. He batted twice in the 2nd inning. First time was a strikeout. This one, slow roller to Novak. Spiked it in the dirt, and D'Agostino is going to score easily. Trotting over to second is Maverick Harper. Another Cardinal error. I don't know that Novak would have had him with a good throw.
Yeah.
I think he may have.
But it was tough. That's a tough
definitely
play.
not a good throw.
I agree.
And we see another one of those just oddly hit balls that cause trouble for a fielder. And they get that one run back, and they've got the threat to build another big inning with a runner in scoring position. One out for Ben Clausen.
You got to figure, they've scored 7 runs, but just 3 base hits.
I have them for 5.
Oh, you do?
I may be generous.
Well, the scoreboard has them for 3.
I see that. This one scorched right at Lee, and he just looks Harper back to the bag at second, out number 2.
Yeah, that one definitely was scorched right back to Sammy Lee.
Tyler Escobedo singled and scored as part of that big second inning. Pokes at a bunt attempt, comes up empty. Also grounded out last time up. Here he is with 2 away, a runner at second base. This one fouled to the backstop. Ness ahead in the count, 0-2. That one popped back, and it'll stay 0-2.
Yeah, 2 away. Cardinals, again, looking to get back to the plate.
This one hit, and it skips away from Bryce Karen. He'll catch up to it in the short grass.
And that's a ball you should have caught. I mean, it wasn't the easiest of situations, but that one definitely should have caught.
Second error of the inning.
Yeah.
And now runners at the corners with still 2 away. Tyler Gruey at the dish. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Now with runners at the corners, 2 down. Looks at a pitch up high. Escobedo goes. They tried to cut it off, the throw down, but Karen's return throw not in time. The runner's safe at the plate. Double steal successful for Centennial as Maverick Harper scores to make it 8-2.
Yeah, and again, just aggressive on the part of Centennial is that the throw down, take off for second, force the throw down, and then just be aggressive enough to, as you're that base runner at third base, to come in and take the run. He offered it that high.
Ruin after a pitch way up high. 1-2. High fly to short right field. Cardinals run into each other. The ball falls to the turf. Both runs or the runner from second will score.
Makes it 9-2.
It was a long run for Jared Fearing, and he and Stahlberger got to the ball at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's Stahlberger's ball, though.
And that's going to be the third error of this inning. Throwdown is in time. Great jump on it from Jaden Kopp. First pitch as Grew tried to extend the inning or get himself in a scoring range, but another tough inning for the Cardinals. The Cougars score 3 on just one hit. 3 Cardinal errors. They trail 9-2 going to the 5th. Cardinals come to the plate. Big job ahead of them, trailing 9-2 as we start the 5th inning.
Yeah, definitely a large task. Josh
Mason Myrie looks at a fastball from Lee, strike 1, 0-1.
Josh Lee had a little bit rougher of an inning at the top of the 4th.
Fastball there for a strike. Myrie, a slow roller down the first base line that turned into a weird little out, but good hustle from Escobedo. Helped them finish it off. There's one skied in the infield. Escobedo charges, makes the catch. And there's one down.
Yeah, just got underneath that pitch a little bit and an easy pop-up for Escobedo.
Back to the top of the order for Coon Rapids. Jaden Kopp digs in for the 3rd time, looking for his first hit of the season. Again, the season opener for Coon Rapids. Started pretty well with the first inning, and then things kind of derailed
downhill
quickly in the bottom of the 2nd.
Definitely went downhill after that.
The sun is peeking beneath the clouds. Kopp rolls one to short, fielded by Street. Throw across in plenty of time to Adam Leiser, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, relatively a couple of quick outs here. The top of the 5th.
Tommy Dutton, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Has had a tough time against Josh Lee, and we'll see what Lee has to offer here. He goes back to that fastball and blows it right past him.
He certainly did.
Lee has made it very difficult on the majority of the Coon Rapids batting order. This one hit to short right center. Coming in to make the catch is Luke Gunderman. And Coon Rapids, for the 2nd time in 5 innings, goes down 1-2-3. They trail 9-2 going to the bottom of the 5th.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected. And we look forward to 10,000 more.
Back at Centennial High School, top of the order for the Cougars. Peyton Street was standing at the dish when the inning ended on the steal attempt by Tyler Gruey, but a big 9-2 lead. They don't mind that. And
not at all.
They certainly don't mind starting an inning with the top of their order, and there's why. Street drives this one. Good running catch for Jared Fearing to record out number 1. First time that Street has been retired. He was 2 for 3, reached on an error, had a double, a single, and a couple of runs scored.
Well, he gave that one a shot to the fence, but as again, Fearing did a really nice job of just staying with it and tracking it to the wall.
Down and away, skips to the backstop. Cooper Smith, easy take. It's 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, run scored. Great looking pitch right there from Logan Ness to even the count, 1-1.
Yeah, that pitch right at the knees.
Fastball right there at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. And then climbs the ladder, and Cooper Smith goes chasing. First strikeout since coming on in that bottom half of the second inning for Logan Ness.
No, Cardinals trying to make it a quick one here in the bottom of the fifth. A couple of relatively quick outs.
Adam Weiser lays into that one. A laser from Weiser that Fearing will catch up with and just in front of the wall, and he'll trot in easily at second base with a 2-out double.
Yeah, again, he just jumped on that pitch. Not much Fearing could do to get to it. I mean, it got out there in a hurry. Yeah, he stepped into that one and gave it a ride.
Going to bring up their cleanup guy, Jack D'Agostino. The DH has had a nice afternoon. Started with an RBI double, then a RBI walk, then a single and a run scored his last time up. That was in that last inning in the fifth. They tagged on 3. Fastball called a strike, top of the zone.
Ooh.
Now brushes him back a little bit with some heat.
Yeah, we've seen some batters hit by baseballs here today. That one came close.
Off speed pitch, got him swinging early. 1-2. Fastball, strike 3, and a good finish to the inning for Logan Ness. We go to the 6th. Coon Rapids trailing Centennial by a 9-2 score on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Starting the 6th inning.
The second? Where's time gone? It's going backwards.
It's been a rough game for
all
me,
of us.
but definitely
for all of
for
us.
the Cardinals.
Almost Cardinals.
9-2. And not a whole lot of earned runs on that board.
Well, Jared Fearing has 2 of the 3 hits for Coon Rapids.
He has been solid. Two runs, 2 hits, 2 runs, single and a double. He's come to across the plate both times. But the Cardinals need more than that.
Yeah.
Talk about they just had an absolutely.
They need a whole bunch.
Their offense last season was non-existent for more than half of their schedule.
Well, they certainly, if
And
they don't.
it's tough to win ball games. I mean, you don't want to give up 9 runs,
No.
but if you can't get more than a couple of runs per game, you're putting a lot of pressure on your pitching staff. And nothing has worked well for the Cardinals this afternoon. No, the hitting has not been good outside of Fearing, who's battling here to stay alive at 1-2. Takes that pitch up high. The fielding has been rough. They have 3 errors on the board for the Cardinals. I think I have them for 4. Fearing can't catch the high heat. And Lee finally able to retire the number 3 hitter for it in the Cardinal order.
That's a I'd say a big out. Obviously, it's you have a 7-run lead, so you've got a lot of comfort there. But you get the Coon Rapids hitter that's hurt you a couple of times to strike out.
Zach Novak 1 for 2. Able to lay off a couple outside. And now 3-0. Lee, a very respectable pitch count as well, had 63 after 5 innings.
Yeah, that's I'd say so.
That was his 10th pitch here in this inning. And that is his first walk of the afternoon. Second walk, sorry. Did walk Norquist back in the second inning. At that point, it was a 1-1 ball game, by the way.
Well, one thing Coon Rapids definitely needs is runners on base. But then now they've got to be able to bring them across.
Sammy Lee, a strikeout and reached on an error. Misses low.
Yeah, again, trying to keep that ball down in the zone, maybe do something on the ground.
Well, and we had also talked about coming in, the Cougars had started 2-0. They had 9 runs in their first 2 ball games, so they felt pretty good about that kind of offense. Well, here they've doubled their offense this afternoon, and they turned the double play there around the horn from Cooper Smith, Escobedo to Lizer. Cardinals are done in the 6th. They're just 3 outs away from an opening day loss. Cougars, one more chance at the plate after this. Centennial Cougars with a big lead as they step to the plate at the bottom of the 6th. 5 runs in the second inning, added 3 more in the 4th.
32. We have a new batter for the Cougars, Cade Mortensen. I think he was a pincher as a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for Clausen back in the second inning. Remember that second inning?
I do. It was a while ago.
Places Gunderman in the lineup.
Nice
and Darren Ness able to find the zone, make it 2-1. Called strike, outside part of the plate, right at the knees. A Ness still working with a lot of pace. Tried to tempt him upstairs.
Yeah, he almost did, but he held up.
Sorensen almost bit. That was up in his eyes. It looks so big when it's up there. Looks like it should be hittable, but probably not a good one. That was kind of up
fall?
there, and
Nope.
it hangs up just long enough for Norquist to get under it and record out number 1. That'll bring up Maverick Harper. 0 for 1 on the day.
Actually,
I suppose 0 for 2. He reached on an error, struck out, was also hit by a pitch, and drove in a run with that hit by pitch.
well, this is a different batter. This is number 16, which I do not have here on this stat sheet.
Number 9.
Number 9. Oh, hit him.
Well, he's hit by pitch again. That's first hit on the hit by pitch for Logan Ness. Just new batters abound. Who's number 20?
God, I don't have him there either. Well, I asked for, excuse me, I asked for a roster from the school, but I didn't get
Xavier
one.
Bonifacius.
No, it's
We haven't had a Xavier Bonifacius appearance in a while.
the third.
Oh, where's the replay?
don't know.
Oh, we didn't bring the truck.
That was close.
That was a good pickoff move from Ness, and John Doe and Ben Johnson and
Buckshot Jones.
Buckshot Jones. Another dribbler in the infield, scoop by Novak. The throw in time. Good stretch by Myrie for out number 2.
They get that all-important second out. Runner advances to second. Did you have walk-up music back in the day,
Escobedo.
Joe?
1 for 3. Reached on an error. Has scored twice. I did not.
No.
Well, I did, but it was played on kazoo by the entire crowd, which was just my mom. But that's okay. That was the fan I most wanted to impress. But enough about me. 1-1 to Escobedo, and he goes fishing. That one on his shoe tops.
Mine was a Benny Goodman song, but Chattanooga Swing. That was mine. It was just out at the time, too, when I was a senior.
That joke's so old that I
How
don't
old
even
is
know
it?
that the player, the high school kids' parents get it. They even have to look it up. The kids,
I gave
they
them all
don't even
homework.
have-
I gave them all homework. Go look it up.
The players, the high school age kids, that's references.
Way over there? Way
Over there.
Oh,
It's
not
their-
over their head, but
It's before their grandparents' time.
Yeah.
That's how old Shapiro is.
That's right. You went to high school with Benny Goodman?
It was ball 4. They threw down, and runner able to get back in plenty of time. I don't know how Gruy got on base last time, but he did. Here he has 2 on, 2 out. Fouls it off. He was caught stealing to
He was.
end the 5th inning. I think there were some debates on whether it should be an infield hit or an error. But it was a long time ago. A lot has
What's happened since then?
A lot has transpired in this ball game. It is definitely the first ball game of the year for the Cardinals. It is certainly the first ball game of the year for yours truly.
Yes, it's for the broadcast crew.
We hope to do better in both regards on Thursday when the Cardinals have their home opener against Champlain Park. Great play by Bryce Karen, though, on the soft line drive. He had to go a long way and made a strong play to at least end that 6th inning for the home team. And the Cardinals come to the plate. They need 6.
They do.
They've got 3 outs to do it. That's next on CTN. Cardinals walk up in the top of the 9th or top of the 7th inning. Again, first game of the season, folks. First game of the season. They walk up to the plate, top of the 7th inning, trailing by a 9-2 score. Bryce Karen leads off, looking for his first hit of the year. Strikeout and a hit by pitch in this afternoon's affair. And he's ahead in the count 0-2. Luke Gunderman on the hill looking to close it out. This one grounded to short, scooped by Street. The throw in plenty of time to Lizer. And Karen is out number 1.
Relatively quick first out here in the top of the 7th. As you mentioned, Cardinals looking to try and stay in this game down by 7, a monumental task.
And now Kel Norquist looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Norquist walked and got caught stealing in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice, but drove in a run in the 4th.
That pitch a little to the inside.
This one hit sharply, and that will be the first hit of the season for Kel Norquist. Thought about trying for 2, but he'll retreat with the 1-out single right down the third base line.
Just the 4th hit of the afternoon for Coon Rapids.
Could that be the start of the rally they need?
They need a rally.
6 runs.
Colin Phaneuf. At the plate for the Cardinals. His first opportunity.
Pitch in the dirt, smothered there by Clausen.
He was almost at a pickle, but he was able to get it. He's waiting all game for that.
Finally got it in here at the top of the 7th
inning.
inning. 1-1 with 1 out, 1 on, and the pitch is up high. Phaneuf and they count 2-1.
Oh, he got him.
Pickoff is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, he got him.
Norquist does not agree. We do not have a replay to look at. And just like that, the Cardinals down to their last out. A 2-1 count for Phaneuf. Make it 3-1. High fly to right center, long run, and almost a big collision. But the catch is made, and the game is over. Centennial proves to 3-0 on the season with an impressive 9-2 win on their half. For the Cardinals, not the way they wanted to start. They came in, as we talked about, with a lot of optimism for what they had returning. But getting the offense is a big key.
It's a huge key. Just the first game of the season for the Cardinals. They've got to come back on Thursday and play for their home opener. I believe it's Elk River.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They play on
Elk
Thursday.
River is correct, and we will be there.
We will.
With the coverage, weather permitting, of course.
Yeah, we might have a little rain in the morning, but I think we should be good for the game.
That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score at Centennial 9, Coon Rapids 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN, for the entire crew, including Mike Peterson and Will Riley, taking care of the technical side. My partner, Howie Shapiro. I am Joe Young, saying good night.